This is a beautiful light emerald honeycomb optic compote. It is signed down in this little crook down in the bottom. It's hard to see. Actually, you can see it better looking through the compote. Don't see that in light emerald very often. Beautiful willow blue. It's been a long time since I talked about Cambridge. I forget the colors. Willow blue decagon, Martha etched ice bucket. I'm sure it's signed. That's nice. This is wonderful. You don't see these very often. We have one of these in the museum. I've only seen one with the lid. This is Sweet Sheaf, green carnival cracker jar. Quite rare. It's quite rare. Hollow stem champagne. Is that what it is? Hotel. Oh, I didn't see the medallion on the side. Hotel Astor. This etching is in the etching book. This stem is hollow and it's been cut. It's called a cut flute. Very nice. The small size perfume bottle in buzzsaw in green carnival. Where's the stopper, Richie? Where's? Oh yeah. Very unusual amber roundware footed relish. Different. Very different. Has a nice cutting on. Beautiful water pitcher. This is one of the rarest of the water pitchers in Rose Point. Usually you see this in peach blow or light emerald with an early pattern on it. It's very, very hard to find in Rose Point. Nice Rockwell silver overlay table goblet. I don't see one. These are generally signed Rockwell. This pattern is called Florentine. That's the Rockwell name for it. Nice. This is unusual. The foot has been satin finished. It's got sort of a pearliness all over the whole thing. These vases look like they've been cut off, but they really haven't been. They're shown in the catalog this way. And the factory paperweight. Get lots of phone calls about these. Harold Bennett did make some that have a large C in the triangle down in the bottom with a B in it. It is, if you get to looking at the detail, it's not exactly like the original, the Bennett one either. This is an old one. Is this Central? I think this is Central from Wheeling, if I remember right. Has a bird etching on it. Beautiful 3400 upright decanter with Gloria on it. This is correct stopper. Unusual. Oh, good. Nice. Nice piece. I don't see very many Gloria decanters. Peach Blow Ice Bucket, signed again. I can't tell you the name. This is a number. What is it? It's on the, oh good. 740. It's in the etching. In the etching book. This is one of those etchings that takes different looks on different pieces. They sized it differently and they used different parts of the etching. Actually, on a tall vase, this etching will come on down. Later on, when Rose Point came out, they sized the etching to the shape of the piece and modified it so all the etching would be on there. But early on, they did not do that. And they really, what they've done here is picked an etching that was larger than this piece would take. This is wonderful. Look at this. Light Emerald Diane, really rare on this vase. Really, and they've done Diane around the top too. Great piece. Okay. Is this Cambridge? No, it is not. The Cambridge ones have a diamond optic in them, which is really weird because almost nothing else in Cambridge has diamond optic in it. Let's see. 16 optics. This is Morgantown. The Heisey ones generally have 11 optics in them. And the Heisey ones have a smaller opening in the top. But no, it is not Cambridge, unfortunately. The large triangle ashtray, very, very hard to find in Caprice. And the small triangle cigarette holder, which most people buy for a toothpick holder. And then there are two styles of the matching ashtray. This was meant to fit inside of this like so. And there is a shallow ashtray and a deep ashtray that match it. And there is a large triangle cigarette holder that fits inside of this guy. This is the hardest of all the pieces to find. Cambridge. The ashtray is Cambridge. This is the same ashtray they put on top of the nude ashtray. Is this one Cambridge? No. This is the Fenton one, made out of a Sunday. And the way you tell, this is about the only piece of Fenton that has the perfect diamond in the middle row like Cambridge always does. So the way you tell the Sunday dishes is the last diamond or panel comes down onto the foot and forms a loop down here that you can see. The Fenton ones have no loop on the base. Cambridge didn't make very many of these. Most of them are Fenton, these hat-shaped ones. Boy, this is a beautiful piece. Oh, wow. I do not know. Oh, yeah, one of the vase frogs. We have 2 or 3 of them in the museum in a row. Yeah, with the fingers that are folded in. Yes, that's what it takes. This is a beautiful, beautiful near-cut basket. This is one of those like cut wild rose where they press the leaf part in and then they cut the flower and cut the leaves. It's beautiful quality. Somebody was asking me about a swan tonight and said, you know, why is this kind of a gray cast? It hadn't been fire polished. This piece has absolutely been fire polished. Near cut, you could buy 2 grades, the plain and the fire polished, and you can see what the difference it is. And this has a ring inside of it. David was asking about. This has a ring inside to hold a flower frog. I have never seen this basket. I've never seen it. I've seen the catalog, but I've never seen it before. It's beautiful. It's an unusual mark. For Cambridge. Beautiful. Probably the flower frog idea in there, I imagine, was what the patent was. Is this heather bloom? Yes, it is. Mount Vernon. Nope, this is heather bloom. This is what this light does to heather bloom. There's pink. There's 2 formulas of heather bloom, and this is the oddball formula. I call it a 4.5-inch ivy ball, but I think it actually has another name in the catalog. But this is heather bloom Mount Vernon takes on a very odd cast. I don't know if I can show you. There's a big heather bloom bowl here, right in the middle. Yeah. We've got it separated in the museum. There's 2 formulas. See how pinky this one is and how bluey this one is. And we don't know which one came first, but I've separated them in the museum so you can see the 2 formulas. One shelf is all one formula, and the other shelf is another formula. And this will change color out in that room under a different light. Yeah, it's very nice. Oh, boy. Wow. This is a forerunner of 3900 line that's been crimped. I can't say it. It's signed. I can't say I've ever seen the bowl before. It probably is a piece of decagon, but it's got the air marks of moving into 3900 line. It's very strange. There's a few other things like this which makes no sense because 3900 line is crystalline much later, but the idea was there. And I guess if you folded this down, you kind of get a point there. You know what? Could this have been made out of a service plate or something? Looks like it's been made out of a plate, maybe. I don't know. I've never seen it before. Oh, these are beautiful. Wow. We were talking about these today. These have 5-inch prisms on them, which are correct. You seldom ever see them. These are beautifully, beautifully cut and heavily fire polished. And these are, I would say, relatively early candlesticks. They're probably going to, they have a patent, real strong patent applied for mark on the top of the candle cut. Gorgeous. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful, what I call a spittoon vase in ebony plainware. The enamel flowers on it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, you didn't leave me the right one. Where's Mike? Where's Mike? You left me the good one. I wanted the bad one. This is a nice Cambridge style 3 10.5-inch swan. Nothing wrong with it. Great piece. I was in Florida and I see this swan in a store and I think, oh, if only I could leave a tag on this that says, "Don't buy this for Cambridge." And of course, Mike came along and bought it. Here I am. We don't know exactly what the name of the company is that made this guy, but it's from West Germany. We know that. It's beautiful glass. It's gorgeous. Look at the clarity. The very strange thing about it is all the bumps that you get on a Cambridge Swan, every one of them sunk in here and here. Every one of them is like a little hexagon figure. And they're all, the Cambridge ones are raised marks, and these are all sunk down in. It's also narrower and deeper and has a much shorter bill. There's a lot of differences in it. It showed up in a mail order catalog from West Germany, and it's showing up in good department stores. And it's fabulous glass, but not Cambridge, unfortunately. But we'll leave them up here so you can see the difference. If the quality's too good, don't buy it for Cambridge, I guess is what you'd have to say. But there are huge differences in it. Beautiful pair of 1338s in royal blue. This is a very hard color to find these in. This is the plain style, what I call the plain style. It does not have the Mount Vernon, so this should actually be a part of the Caprice line. Beautiful. Is it 278? Is that right? 279 is the smaller, the bigger one. Yeah, beautiful vase. Ebony Chantilly. Gorgeous. This is a piece you hardly ever see. This is very reminiscent of the birthday cake plate that Imperial made, except it doesn't have the candle holes all the way around it. It's a cake salver, basically, is what it's for. I've seen people use them like this. Put the cake inside the rim, but you can tell that the etching's underneath, so the cake should have gone like this. It's a 3500 line done in the lane. It's quite rare. And boy, somebody took care of this one. They didn't cut a bunch of cakes on it. Very nice, everybody. Thank you. What did I miss? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. 3122 Peach Blow Diane Goblet. Hard color in Diane. And a martini jug, very, very reminiscent of Cambridge, but it's not. I can't tell you who made it. But this thing is, the Cambridge ones are blown. This one's pressed. And it has a very, very manor-looking cutting on it. Manor is cut much wider than this. And this is a pressed piece of glass. I have no idea who made it. It's much, much heavier lead content than what Cambridge made for this type of cutting. But I'm not aware of who made it. Okay. Thanks everybody for bringing.